Good evening, team. We will start session at 6 p.m. sharply. Let's wait for others to join. Okay. Let me begin recording. Good evening, team, both Zoom and YouTube team. Hi, Praveen, Sandhya, Tamar, and Vaibhav. Good evening. Ashwati, Arun, Neha. Good evening. Sandhya, good morning. I forgot. So, we will wait for a minute to begin today's topic. It's all very, very important topic in terms of interview purpose. So what till now we are completed like 30% of Java. With that, we learned almost all the important, like 95% of, I can say 100% Selenium completed. Whatever the topics I have planned, it is done. Now, from today, we are going to fully focus on TestNG Framework. So rather than if I teach about TestNG Framework, first I should make you to get feel of what is a framework. So I'm just adding one more syllabus, which is not initially I planned. So another slide I have created. That is what is frameworks, types of frameworks. So we will get an idea, and then we will learn about Maven build tool, because in TestNG we are going to use the Maven project concept. At the then third part, installation of TestNG followed by TestNG concept. So it's going to be a little bit of theory, but it's again very important if you want to get feel of automation. So first, what is framework? And if you attend any interview, any automation interview, to my knowledge, when they will ask, tell me about yourself, you have to just tell about you in like 5 to 6 minutes. And the first question, mostly they will ask about what is the framework you have worked in your project, or what is the framework you have executed or something. They definitely start with the framework, and how you will explain about the framework will decide in just first 10 minutes itself. They will decide you are the right candidate or not, or just learn somewhere with theory knowledge you came to interview or not. It's very easy. How you from the way how you explain, others can able to find it. So to that level, that is how to explain framework and all, still we have those topics. But first, let's understand what is framework, why we want to learn framework, not only in Selenium, in all the automation tools. Framework is such an important topic. Okay, first we will see what is a framework. It's a very old slide. It's under AI for everyone.com. Right now I changed that to TestNG Academy, but I felt this slides will help you. So first we have to understand framework. Framework means it defines a set of rules or best practices which we can follow in a systematic way to achieve a desired results. Let me tell you one simplest real-time scenario where you can understand the concept of framework. Let's consider in our home. If you see our mom make sure all the dresses she will arrange in such a way that it is very easy for us to go and get our dresses, right? If you have siblings, she makes sure dad dress in some place, her sarees are maybe in a separate place, your dresses. Even if you go inside your dresses, she will keep everything in a categorical way. So what is that? It's one of the best practices mom implemented in the home, so that suddenly you go and you want to take any dress, just like that you can take. At least with minimum effort, you can go and take the dress. This is a real time scenario, happens in every family. That's, see, it's the same concept, only in framework also they have implemented. Just imagine if your mom keep every dress without like a zigzag. Is it possible for you to go and take it? It's impossible, right? Formal vest we have it, casuals we have it, jeans and this other stuff I have it. Everything she put it into a single rack, and definitely you're not only going to take, you definitely you will take the dress what you want, but at the end what will happen, you make sure you spend a lot of time to find what is the dress you needed, and you will make sure that the place will be fully meshed. Definitely you will disturb rest of the stuff. But if she makes it so like, okay, this is the first track, it's for my son, second track is for my daughter, bottom is for husband. So it is very easy for us to go and pick out dress. Same concept, when you put it into the technical stuff, framework, let's consider a framework. We will be coding it. So what are all the things we have it? We have to code it. Code it means it's a script. When you code it, you will execute. Execute means what? It's a result. You may have multiple results. And then we have object repository like web elements. we will be learning those concepts. And then what else important? Reports. Oh, yes, data, test data. It's maybe an Excel sheet, it may be a data test database, it can be of anything. Like this, we have a different category. Rather than keeping everything in a single folder means how it will be if we keep all the things in a single folder. That's a scenario one. In scenario two, you're keeping in different folder means it's a very easy, right? When we follow such type of a best practices means what in a systematic way. When you want suddenly, okay, my code has got failed. So rather than going and searching here, directly you'll open the code. Execution completed successfully. No need to open other folders. Just open the results. There is a problem in web elements. Just open the OR. And there is a problem in test data. Open the test data. So this is like the systematic way, just arranging in a systematic way. So this is what we call it as framework. Very simple. And there is no thumb rule like a framework will must be like this. Nothing, no law. You know what I mean by a law. Strictly follow that. It is not like that. It is just some set of rules and best practices, mostly best practices. Usually, every company will have their own framework, and within the company, the customers will customize according to their expectations. So, this is what when we use this concept like arranging every thing in a different folder and a set of everything, we call it as framework. I hope you got a clear idea why we are creating a framework. Leave about no one is going to ask framework definition, but you I should have understood that why we are creating different folders. Very easy maintenance. Okay. Now, when we talk about a framework, we have majorly 6 types of framework, mostly. This is like we are going to talk for last decade. To my knowledge, I started in 2010. We are in 2022. So what happens? You must know why, because sometimes you will say like I have like 6 7 years experience, but you may not have it. Some questions when they ask like how was initially, how about now, is there any big changes, means you should know how to handle that scenario. First, linear, modular, data driven, keyword driven, hybrid, BDD. First, let's focus on the automation framework. So it is nothing but you are going to do a record and playback. Record and playback means any automation tool. You take U of T, you take Selenium IDE, Ranorex, Catalan. Every tool is having something called record option. So when you record, what will happen? Whatever the keyboard and mouse event we are doing it, automatically the code will be generated. Same way in Selenium ID also, whatever you do, for example, you're entering the value and clicking on other stuff, automatically it will generate the code. And this will be in just a single file, just in one file. Register user in one file, the entire test case will be there. So this is called linear automation framework. To my knowledge, in 2010 and all, I was doing this only. Modification of little bit modified to this version, but mostly at that time, if you know how to create a linear automation framework, means that itself a great thing. But then what happened? Okay, some advantages, disadvantages. It is simplest of all the framework and also known as record and playback. Advantage, it's a very fast way to generate the script. In order to do this, definitely we no need of any programming language. No need to know any programming language. Just record and automatically code is going to generate. And this is the easiest way to learn the features of automation tool. Because when we record, we can able to understand about how this tool is adapting to all type of application, because Selenium is just one web-based application, but we have many types of application like .NET, then Power Builder, then Java, Flex. Like this, we have a very big range. Mainframe, those thing and all, we can able to use it UFT tool. And when we record at that time itself, we will understand, okay, this scenario can be automated or not. And also it will give a very good understanding about the tools feature. This is actually a cheat code. See, I should never say this. This is a cheat code for doing the feasibility analysis test. It means if you're like an architect level, suddenly a project starting from the scratch, they will ask you which is the best automation tool. You will be having some list of 5 tools. You will have the test case. You have to decide it in 1 or 2 days. It is impossible, right, to do all the setup. So what is a cheat code is we will just download and we will do the record and playback in UFT1, Selenium 1, that is Selenium ID, Catlon, just the entire test case end-to-end flow, and we will record this. Whichever the tool is performing well, we will come up with that solutions and then discuss with the management. Finally, we will decide what is the best tool. That feasibility analysis, we have the topic, we will discuss at that time. But now itself, I am saying the cheat code is record and playback with that. That is the only place we will use it, record and playback. In rest of the place, you should never touch this option. But the world thinks till now, I'm saying the world thinks means rest of the non-technical user things, the automation team is doing record and playback. It is not so. Let's see how we have migrated to the next level. Disadvantage, very little reuse of script. We can't reuse it actually. And what is the problem here? Test data is hard coded and maintenance is nightmare. And you can see here, this is a single flow and the test data we have hard coded. It means if you want to run with a different test data, you have to update it. Anything like this, you test case 1, test case 2, like this, you're writing it means for all the test case, login is going to be common. And any change in the login, you have to open all the 10 test case, update that login part. It is, that's why they say maintenance is nightmare. So never say to anyone, you know, only to record and playback. But this was the first point. And then comes the next one. That is second type of framework, that is modular driven framework. In the first framework, the two biggest drawback here is reusability. There is there is no reusability. They are saying little, actually no reusability. And hard code data, test data is hard coded. Two problem. One is with the test data, another one is reuse. So this later what they felt, okay, we don't want this type of framework. Why can't we go to the next level? They brought this concept called modular driven framework. I'm so talking about from 2010 till date. So module wise, they started recording it and finally form a larger test script. What do you mean by larger test script? For example, you have login, then search user, then booking, then logout. Totally four components you want to code it. So in the previous one, you will record it in a single file. Now what you are doing, again recording or sort of little bit recording and coding. Login, you will have it in one file. Search it in one file. So this here, this here, this here, this here. And finally, all these will be called in a larger test script. So this means what? Reusability, right? One more test script you are forming, which will have login and logout. In between, something will change. Means you can reuse module 1 and module logout. So reusability answered by the automation team. So this is what the modular driven framework. And it is based on one of the popularly OOPS concept, abstraction. We will be learning it soon. At that time, we will get more clarity. But as of now, we are going to reuse it. The framework divides the entire application under test into number of isolated or logical or isolated module, like logically login, search, logout, booking, cancellation. Every business concept, you are dividing it into a separate module, and then in one master script or one in big script, you will call this is what I should follow it. One by one, you will call it. So each module we create a separate one. That's okay. I think in the we completed Java, right? Inheritance concept and all we have seen it, right? Inheritance abstraction. Actually, I completed for your batch. Sorry, actually follow the playlist. Parallelly, I'm doing it for some other company, so got confused. So we are done with fully all the Java. Only Java collection is pending. In that abstraction, what we have seen, we got a front end that is using the abstraction process. Code will be hidden in the backend. In the front, using interface concept, we used to sequence the program, right? That is what modular framework. Sorry, I was a bit confused. Okay, then what is an advantage? Higher level of code reuse is achieved in the structured scripting as compared to record and playback. So that is what here we are keeping it in a different file. If the changes are implemented in one part of the application, only that the script application needs to be okay. In simple way, what they are saying, suddenly the login something is changes means some object changed in the login module means you will open this and update it. So whichever the test script going to follow the module will be automatically updated, right? It is referring. So that is what they are saying it here. And it is easier and cost efficient. Maintenance is easy. Maintenance is one of the important terminology, especially if while doing the estimation, they will consider maintenance, reusability. These two words are important. And what is the drawback here? If we want to do this, definitely a technical expertise is necessary because you're saying like OOPS concept means you must know Java. Actually, OOPS concept is not only used in Java, in other programming language like Python also. So you must know some programming language. And if you want to do this type of a development means it's again, you need to properly plan and prepare the test script. And here also, what is the problem is the test data is hard coded. Hard coded means in the script you are mentioning the test data. Just one set of test data only can be executed. Suppose if you want to try with another test data means again you have to open all the modules and modify it. So what is the problem with this framework modular? It is test data. So finally, data driven testing framework came. I think like 2014-15 and all, they started using the data-driven testing. So here, what is that? They are trying to create the main script, application driver script, which will drive the entire framework. All the script will be here, but the test data, they will keep it in a separate place. Data file. It can be database, it can be Excel, it can be Microsoft Access. So many things are there for accessing the test data. It can be anything. From that, we will use the test data. And finally, usually what we will do in the test script, in the driver script, till now the actual we will take it from the application and expected we will keep it in the script. We will compare and say it as pass no, but in the data driven framework what we will do, actual we will take it from the application and expected we will take it from the test data. If both of the tests are same, then I will say that particular test case is passed. So this is how the data driven framework will work. And one simple example, like this is simple, like end-to-end test script in a different modules you have created, but test data will be from either Excel sheet or MS Access or again database also, DB, MySQL. It can be anything according to the project. So what is the biggest advantage is we can able to execute for different set of data. So the initial problem maintenance was resolved in the next framework. That is reusability they brought. But again, in modular, the problem was data. The data, that is the hard coding, is answered in the data-driven framework. Okay, fine. So it is an upgradation of modular driven framework by providing the test data dynamically from external file. And it can be any source like Excel file, text file, we'll never use it, CSV file, it's not a good approach. Like database, we can use it. So they are located in loaded into the variable inside the test script. So during runtime, we will read the Excel file and save it to the variable and we will execute the program. In this framework, while test case logic reside in the test script, the test data is separated and kept outside. So in simple, the test script and test data are in different places. So what is they themselves are prepared using linear? Okay, it is also used to test the same functionality. This one is very important. Whenever someone is going to talk about data driven, why we are using data driven, where it is very powerful mechanism is the flow. You have an end-to-end flow. This end-to-end flow needs to be executed for n set of test data. At that time, data driven will be very useful. One simple example, one of the biggest problem for manual testing team is test data. Getting the test data is we have to approach either test data team or automation team. They will generate the test data and give it to us. And that can be easily resolved with the help of data driven framework. You can create an end-to-end test case and all the test data, whatever the combination of a test data from the Excel sheet, you can pass it and generate the test data. So data driven is a very powerful mechanism. For example, it's again, if you're into a project where some manual testing things you can automate and show it to your management means, of course, that's a way we can get top rating, right? One way is creating macros, you will get definitely top rating, or else what you can do, some test data which you are doing manually, you can convert that to a data driven framework and generate the test data using the script that you can project, like manual testing how much, automation testing how much total cost we can save from it. So those calculations are there. Once again, I will teach you in the future class. But remember, test data is very data-driven testing framework is that much a very important framework. Okay. What is the advantage? Any changes to the test script do not affect the test data. So if any updates we are making in the test script, it will not affect the test data because we kept it in a separate place. And also vice versa, you are going to update a test data, it will not affect the test script. And a variety of test scenarios can be executed. As I said, single flow for multiple data set. This is the point you should look for when you should go for data driven. End-to-end flow we have to execute for multiple set of data, then go for data driven testing, and this increases the flexibility and maintainability. What is the disadvantages? The process is complex and requires an extra effort to come up with a test data source and reading mechanism. In simple, we already learned how to do automation using Selenium, but how to handle Excel sheet, then Apache POI, we should write so many additional functions to read the test data, fetch it, and export it. Like additional effort, you must be good in programming. Then only this can be implemented. That is what here they are saying. Reading mechanism is a little bit complex, and Excel sheet means it's a not issue. Just imagine if you're connecting to database, that is even little bit complex. You should understand, you should have a basic understanding about SQL, how to write, how to fetch the query. So this external source, if you want to connect, quite complicated only. And for that, you need a good proficiency in programming language. And again, it needs more time to prepare and plan and prepare for both test script and test data. Of course, you need more development time. So here we understood what is the biggest problem in the data driven is. It is the best solution for the automation, no doubt on that. But I need a resource who must have a good programming skill. Then come keyword driven testing framework. Actually, when client understood like getting an automation resource, it's going to be very tough. Like in 2015, 16 and all, they felt like you create some framework. I want with my existing functional testing team or a resource who doesn't have a depth knowledge in programming language, also able to automate. It is like without anyone knowing, it's like if you consider a functional tester, they know in and out about the application functionality. They know about the test data. So if I tell them, see, boss, it's very easy. In an Excel sheet, you have to go and just sequence like this. It's more than enough. You open one Excel sheet, test case one, write, log in, log out, those stuff. Same way, open the test data, give the test data. So if you tell that way, means anyone, even without knowing a programming language, can work in the keyword driven framework. So when this came, there is drastical improvement in the automation happen. It means even a non-functional testers can also be a part of automation execution phase. So what happened? Why the word keyword driven came was here the automation script. What we are doing is we kept the test data in the external resource. It can be an Excel or it can be an data. And also every code, you will everything. For example, in this example, if you see one simple example, okay, try to visualize. This is too complex diagram, but still try a little bit. For example, login, then search, then booking, then cancel, then log out. In your project, consider any application like this. It will be having like, for simplicity, you have 50 functionality. This is functionality 1, functionality 2. That. So all the 50 functionality, we will hire a Java or a coder. They will complete all these 50 codes, 50 functionality. They will create as a user defined method or a function. After completing this, they will create a framework such a way that in the Excel sheet, you have to give it in this sequence. For example, when you consider this, they will create a format. If you want to run a particular test case in the Excel sheet only, you will not allow to touch any code. Just open the Excel sheet, test case name, give it, and they will tell these are all the keywords you have to use it. For instance, if you want to go to URL, use this. If you want to enter send text, if you want to click, then use click. And what is the object? And what is the object type? So nothing but we will inspect and give that inspect and giving the value also we will be mentioning it in the Excel sheet, not in the code. And what are all the values? That is nothing but the test data. Same way, result application, login application. So they will come up with all the keywords. So because of this keyword only, they are calling it as keyword driven framework. Everything is a keyword. Everything is a reusability functionality. So all what you have to learn is how to work with the Excel sheet. To be frank, right now in all the companies, mostly everyone is working with the Excel sheet only. Mostly hybrid frameworks are used. It is nothing but keyword driven framework. So for this, what knowledge you needed, just tell. No big knowledge. How to put test data you needed. how to work with the Excel sheet you need. That's more than enough. Anyone can put the test data and they can start doing it. For example, tomorrow you want to create a new test case. That flow is login, search, cancel, log out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already all the 50 is created means in the Excel sheet you should use these keywords. The developer will tell these are the list of keywords you have to use. So properly use the keyword and give the test data. It means if you have a very good understanding about the application means you can work in the keyword driven framework. So now you can able to understand from the data driven why keyword driven framework become very famous, because the one of the major functionality, the functional testers will have a very depth idea about the application. So when they do the automation, the quality also will be high, and also without knowing programming language we can make them to work. It's a profit for the company. So keyword driven came everything in the keyword, everything they mentioned it in the Excel only. So the keyword testing framework is also known as table driven testing, and it requires a development of data tables, keyword independent of test automation tool used to execute them. So this is having many advantages. I don't want to go too deep. In simple, they will create a complex framework. They will give connectivity between the script and the Excel sheet. And all you need to know how to give the test data, simple test data and the keywords. Then in keyword driven framework, it has not only segregated the test data from the script, it also keeps certain code belonging to the script in the external data files. So everything here, we are keeping it in the external files. And these set of code are also known as keyword. Hence, the framework is named as keyword driven framework. Keywords are self-guiding as to what action they need to be performed. For example, you already know about the application. If I say cancel means cancel application, cancel transaction means by seeing that name, it's a self-explanatory. So keyword driven framework came. This AKM. And what is the biggest advantage is it does not require a user to possess programming or scripting knowledge like data driven. Anyone can work. After setting up the framework, test script is relatively easy. Actually, creating framework is most complex thing. Once that is completed, then this is going to be like a cakewalk. So providing high code reusability, because everything here it's a keyword, going to be a reusable keyword. You have to use it again and again. Tool independent. Now, if I tell it will confuse you, it need even more depth knowledge about framework. We will see that later. Test tool independent. Actually, what we are saying, we created an Excel sheet front end. Okay. Now, UFT, then Selenium. So whatever you have created like this for 100 test case front end means, now moving from UFT to Selenium, there is no big updation needed. Only in the backend script will be updated. The front end Excel remains the same. No? That is what they say. Test tool independent. These are all test tool. Then test can be designed with or without AUT. This is nothing but in sprint automation. If you're working in the Scrum team, they will be asking you to automate during the sprint itself, in sprint automation, left shift mechanism. Nothing but day one, they will tell what is the application. Just I'm saying, in day one, they're saying, okay, login page you're going to have, login button, username, password, click on login button. This is a data they have given means. It is very easy for you to go and give a naming in Excel sheet. No? That is what without AUT. Once they develop the application, then you will update the Excel sheet with web elements or XPath, those stuff. So it means what? Even with or without application also, you can automate it with keyword driven framework. And what is a drawback? You must have a high automation expertise to create this one. and initial investment is very large. You have to put a lot of money into this, and significant amount of time is consumed to set. That is what for any project, if you take, you will have like at least 200 keywords. So those much big keywords, list of keywords, we have to write it. So it means what? You need a lot of coding, time consuming. If you more time, more investment, so return of investment and all we have to consider. So these are all drawback. It also takes a fair amount of time to understand the keyword driven automation framework. So when compared to other framework, this is quite complicated. A lot of codings will be involved. It is not easy for you to crack the framework, and it becomes complicated gradually as when what is one of the problem is everyone started giving a new keyword name without following set of rules. Then at one point of time, problem will come. New keywords introduced means complexity, complicated, it increases the complexity. So someone have to strictly guide the team and tell this is how naming convention needs to be followed. Any new keyword means, for example, if I am the lead, like 10 members going to develop means, as a lead, what should I do is I should come up with, see, 50 functionality. Already I have given the name. Using this name, go and create the script. So now the naming will not be a problem because that name is, that 50 names is something like used by the functional testing team. So now the complexity will not be growing. So someone, a strict follow process should be followed to solve this drawback. Okay. This keyword driven. Later, what the industries found, like I think like from 16 onwards till date, every industry, they are following the hybrid testing framework. Hybrid means what? More than two framework, they are trying to club it together. Any big companies, Cognizant, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, you take any company, they will be having hybrid testing framework. And in that, there are a lot of things like one folder contains reporting, one place they will have object repository, configuration, test data, script, recovery scenario, automatic scheduling, driver script. There is different layers we have it. And again, it depends on the company, they will design it. So this is like mixed of more than two framework, mostly data driven framework they will develop and keep it. They give some name according to the company. And this is created by combining distinct feature of two or more framework, mostly combining the keyword and the data driven framework. What is the advantages? We data driven having some advantage, we know it. Keyword is having some advantage, we know it. Now we have the advantage of best features of both the automation framework, and it is keyword itself we understood like no programming knowledge is needed. So it is highly robust, flexible if implemented effectively, and the time taken to run the test designed by hybrid framework, it is the performance wise it is good, and it can be used when we need all test case inputs at our okay. Creating test suite and all, we have a lot of advantages. Again, technical expertise is needed for creating hybrid framework, and then tests are fully scripted in the hybrid testing framework, thus increases the automation effect. In sense, you need more effort to create the end-to-end scenario. So hybrid framework, so if you consider why UFT, if you consider, it is always good to compare with multiple tools. In UFT, if you run a unified functional testing tool, microprocessors are having it. If you run this, the reports will be generated. That's it. But test data, they have a table inside. We can give the test data. To some extent only, they have some features. But if you want to come up like you have to automate like 200 test case, then you have to create an hybrid framework. So it is something like additional effort for a company, right? Before starting a project. So that's the one thing. If you consider one more tool, that is Catalan Studio, a very competitive tool. This tool, when you create a project, automatically the framework folder structure will be created. See, and this is built above the Selenium. So in Selenium, we don't have any. If you want to bring this concept, like everything in a separate folder means, again you have to put a lot of effort creating the framework, hybrid framework. Now comes TestNG. See, TestNG is this framework they have created for testing purpose, and it is already it's available. They created everything where reporting is there, test data we can implement, object repository with some modification. There are some features available in the TestNG, which is again an hybrid testing framework. You don't need to waste time on coding, rather than just download the test engine. Now you understood how we are started the framework. Every framework is having different issues, and if you want to learn a framework means, then only one option, without instance, without creating a framework directly you want to use it means, in the market TestNG is available. That's why and it's free, open source, everyone will aware about this. So when you go for interview, very good knowledge about TestNG will definitely help you to clear the interview. And TestNG, when we download, it will have some features, but in all the companies, they will customize according to their needs. That they will call it as hybrid testing framework, or else they will give their own name. And BDD, will see this later at the time of Cucumber. So BDDA, we will see it later. So this is just an overview why we want to learn about framework. And for interview, as I already said, in the module, one chain. So Selenium is completed. Next gen. So module. This is the 20th module. This already the code is I removed from the GitHub. I will upload the code here. Previous batch framework explanation is always it's there. As of now, you can watch if you want to learn it in advance. You can watch this. I will be coming to this framework at the end only. If you are preparing for interview, what you can do today, UOD, I will upload the entire framework stuff. So what is the plan now is we are going to learn about the framework TestNG, and this TestNG having so many features. Those features are designed and kept it in the next gen, this particular framework. So once we complete the TestNG module, you can start download this framework and just watch this video once, because as of now I'm not focusing this one, I will be focusing other stuff. What you can do in the existing framework, you can start running the script. Already 50 plus automation test case are available in that framework. After this, you can go and execute it. You try to execute daily, so that when you go for an interview, even if you don't have any past automation experience, I think I have it here. One watching. Let me open it. Yeah, this is a framework. We have it like page object model. This we will be creating. How to create the automation. So these topics only we will be doing it along with the TestNG syllabus. Separate topics are we will learn it, and all the concepts are implemented in this framework. And this architect is something like 90%. You go and compare this framework with any company, it will be ditto same. Very minute modification, like how to create the suit, how to create the listeners, how to do the parallel execution, and how to follow the test data. So this one directly you have to, so test data, how like test suite, which test suite you have to run it. And like this is nothing but data driven testing. You're giving multiple test data and you want to execute it. And like that, almost like 50 plus automation test cases already available. And reports. Report means we have so many types of report, extend report, those TestNG inbuilt report, how we are going to use that, and driver script, folders, and code here. What is the main driver script code? So these things already everything's are fully coded. It's available for paid guys. What you can do after TestNG is completed, because all the features of the TestNG is implemented here. After that, you have to execute this program. If you execute, definitely not everything will pass. How many pass? 16 pass, 13 fail. Actually, this is a old one. I will include few more things. 16 pass, 3 fail means first you should know how to execute. That is nothing but semi-automation tester. If you know how to do that, the next level, how to fix the script in the existing framework. You have to fix it and make those 3 test cases past one. These things we will be, why I'm saying now itself, because these are all the things we are going to learn it in TestNG. When you learn, then when you understand at that time, then only you can touch this framework. Fixing the script. And third level, writing a new test case in the existing framework. That is equivalent to working in a development project. So when you, for example, you already working in some manual testing like healthcare domain, you can download this, keep it in your local, and your own client application also you can automate here. That framework, whatever we are doing it now, that is the explanation you have to tell in the interview. First question, what is the framework you have used? You just tell whatever the framework your company is using, just try to get the details through some automation resource. For example, if it is a Cognizant Craft framework or 6 frameworks, if it is a TCS, another framework. If it is a Wipro, it's a TAF framework. So every company is having a framework name. Just try to get that through some automation team. Just framework name. And that's it. In the interview, you explain these process one by one in a sequential way. This is how the frameworks in our team we use, in our company we use. We customized according to the client expectation, and explain about each concept which we will learn in the upcoming days. That's it. And they will ask, how will you execute? How will you view the test data? How the reports will be there? What type of reports will be there? Okay, if something is getting failed, which file you will go and do it? What is the test design pattern you have used it? Okay, have you done scripting from end to end? That is from the scratch. So these are all the questions you will be getting it in the interview. The sad part is this is the first question they will ask, framework. And if you properly explain them, the framework, it means you really worked in the automation project alone, means you can explain. In sense, you must execute, fix it, write a new automation script in this existing framework. Without doing this, I'm saying it, you can't clear the interview. Now itself, I'm saying. Definitely, any tech guys, mostly they will be like 10 to 15 years of experience alone will take you an interview. From your explanation itself, they can understand this guy is theory guy, not practically done. So how much you explore this framework, that much the interview going to be easier. First question, And the discussions will happen in this framework at least for 15 minutes minimum. It will go 15 minutes means what? You already in the good phase. Maximum 30 or 45 minutes only you will have an interview. 15 minutes you already discussed about the framework. They will be very happy. Then they will go and ask some questions on Selenium, like how you handle multiple browser, iframes. Those questions they will ask. Okay, you answer that also well. Then they will go to the Java, oops concept, Java collections. Okay, Java is also done. Do you know about GitHub? Do you know about Jenkins? They will ask. This is how interview will be there. The questions combination, the sequence will be different, but everyone will touch this area. So already in our roadmap, all the topics going to be covered. But again, I'm saying this is something you, whatever we are going to learn from today, don't skip any class, because those concepts only it is used in this framework. If you are not getting any concept, please during the class itself let me know. I will explain you again. Then only after we completing, I will explain this framework to everyone, but this code will be available only in the Canvas portal. You can keep practicing it. I think 50 test cases there. I will try to give all the documentation. So this is what our roadmap. If you follow this roadmap, already everyone got placed, whomever followed it. Same secret code, you code it, execute, modify, you create a new test script in the existing framework, and just convert that process in a simple English, tell to the interviewer. They will trust you that in the past you worked in the automation team. That's it. Okay. This is, we'll come back to this hybrid framework after like 5 to 6 classes. Let me close this project. Now, before we move on to the TestNG, we have another tool, that is build tool. So before that, I should ask you a question. Everyone, is everyone able to at least able to visualize what is framework, why we are learning this topic? Please reply me in the chat. So are we clear about the roadmap? Clear about interview roadmap. Interview roadmap. Yes. Thank you for replying. What about YouTube team? Yeah, good evening, Naveen. Thank you for your feedback. Yes. I will tell. I will come to that testing. No worries. When I start the topic test engine, I will tell you so many things about it. Still, I didn't start the test engine. Before test engine, I'm just making you to prepare why we are learning, how it will going to help you in the interview. So no one is going to ask you types of frameworks and all, but you must know it. If you are saying some fake, I have 5 years of experience in automation. Oh, so do you have worked in any hybrid framework? Have you created any data-driven framework? At that time, you should not blink. That's why I am giving this stuff. And I'm getting a lot of queries in this room. After it, we will discuss that thing. No worries. One by one, I will answer all the queries. Let's move on to the next topic. Yes, Anil Arun, thank you for replying. What is a build tool? Okay. Right, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Kavita, thank you for replying. Okay, why framework? Just now we learned why we need framework. Okay, sorry, this is not the slide. Maven. This topic I will be covering it again. We will be coming back to the slides again because in the modules, I will be showing in the module. All the code is available, but as of now, those concepts I'm not going to implement now. Again, we will come to this. As of now, I'm going to, till now, we were using Java project, create a Java project. Now we are going to create a Maven project. So Maven project means it's a build tool. Why we want to use, let's try to understand. So before Maven, let's understand what is a build tool. Okay, Jody, I saw your error. Let's discuss in the query session. Let's focus on this topic first. So build tool takes care of everything for building a process. Okay. Now just imagine you all, not automation tester, a developer, Java developer specifically. Usually what they will do is they will first go understand the requirement document, product development life cycle, software development, SDLC, you must know it. So they will understand the requirement and they will code it. So after the coding, they will do testing. After testing, all pass, they will deploy the code. They will deploy. This is what the thing, the process it will be followed. So everything is not, I just said very easily, but in real-time project, you need a lot of dependency, lot of jar files. If you want to work with Excel, Apache POI, like that, developers need lot of files. So setup is very tough. And they are saying like build, right? What they will do after testing it, they will create a build like var and jar files. This only they will deploy it into the environment. If you had mostly all manual testers will know this. The development team will tell, hey, build is done. Can you please test it? Hey, we deployed the build. Can you test it? So nothing but the code they deployed into that URL or that environment, that is the build is applied. Now we can test it. So some backend processes happen. So what they will do actually, what is a build tool will do it? Generate the source code and then that is they will code it and then they can create the documentation parallelly and they will compile it. If there is any error, it will tell, because unit testing is not about just one entire project. They will compile and make sure is everything is proper. And finally, they have to convert to jar files or war files, and they will install it in local repository and they will give the local URL. Can you test this? Mostly in Scrum, it will happen. And once that is fine, they will deploy it into the central or server so that everyone can able to view it through HTTP. So this is a process. Build using build tool, we can do it. But what is the problem without Maven? Now, in order to do these many tasks, what the developer is doing, for everything you have to add jar files. If you remember, we downloaded the jar files of Java and suddenly what happens, sometimes version will changes. So different versions of Java jar file, Java Selenium jar file we downloaded. Same thing we have for TestNG, Cucumber. You take any project, we have a lot of jar files. If you want to use Excel, then Apache POI, like this, or the jar files you have to download it manually and add it in the Eclipse. This is not an easy task apart from your coding. And creating a project structure, again, that every developer will follow something. And this building and deploying, that is, okay, you're testing it, everything is fine, you're creating a jar file and deploying into an environment is very, very tough. It's not easy. So what happened? Okay, fine. Let me solve this problem. Then comes the Maven. So Maven is a powerful management tool that is based on project object model. We will see POM in TestNG, that is page object model. But in Maven also we will say POM.xml. I think a query posted by Jyoti, like POM.xml file is giving some error. Nothing but project object model file. So it is used for project builds, dependency, and documentation. Maybe Jyoti, I'll be doing a setup today. You try to do the same thing. And then also if you face issue, let me know it. We'll see it. So it's a management tool. So this build tool will take care of all the stuff just like that. And you trust me, even in Google company, I'm saying the top company in the world, Google, all the Java projects, still they are using Maven. Now you can understand why in interview they ask Maven. And there is another tool called Gradle. That is a replacement of uh, Maven, next level of build tool. Nowadays, very high scale projects they use Gradle, because when you talk to someone, they will say, hey man, Maven is outdated. For automation, trust me, all the big companies, even now, they use Maven only. Gradle is next level. They are just migrating to it. But if you know Maven, working with Gradle is very easier. Okay. Maven tool provides a developer to complete build lifecycle. Just now I said no, planning, coding, testing, installation, deploying. It is going to complete all the build lifecycle framework. Using Maven, we can build and manage any Java-based application. This is important. Maven is specifically designed for Java-based application. So what this will do, it is very easy to build. Create the jar files and provides a uniform build process. We can share to multiple Maven projects, and we can document it, and a lot of features available here. Unit testing report, cross-referred sources, mail list, dependency, a lot of features Maven is providing. So the entire framework, the entire project is handled or configured in just pom.xml file. I'll be showing that in a short while. So this slide, if I tell now, you will not get it. So after seeing practically will come this, but you must know build lifecycle. Just now I said same thing. What we will do, generate the source code. You will compile it and you will test it. So this is done by the development team. Mostly test, they will now compile means okay, everything is fine. You want to do a testing. Testing means unit testing. Developers use JUnit. We will use TestNG. It means what? Both whomever a Java developer, whomever they work in Java project, everyone, including we will use this Maven tool only. So almost everything what a developer is doing, we are going to do the same thing. But only one difference, they will work in this area, generate, compiling, test, and we will work in this area using this plugin, using the TestNG. We will try to automate those test cases. And regarding this one, that is installation deployment, this is nothing but support team. Support team also will use the Maven tool. How to install it in the server, how to deploy it into the server, those configuration, they will do it. So a common tool will be used by the dev team, testing team, support team, everyone, and they will have their own configuration. And the entire process we can automate just like that. Entire process. Okay, testing is done. Then what will happen? Unit testing, so source compilation passed. Then testing will happen automatically. Integration testing completes. Then it will install, deploy. So this is the process. Once again, they are coming up with DevOps concept. Everything CI/CD. What do you mean by continuous integration, deployment? Whatever you want to achieve, again, this Maven will come into the picture. So now whatever I'm explaining today is just an overview, because I will be using this terminology in all the upcoming classes. So you should not feel why, what is this? We will once again see in depth, but just an overview. So everything, all this process is controlled by the plugins. For us, this plugin is important. Surefire or Surfire. So before clean, what they will do first, they will clean, they will delete previous project directories files, and then they will try to compile the entire Java files. Then they use unit testing, JUnit. We will use TestNG, and they will create jar and var. Finally, automatic Java documentation will happen and deployment. So these are all the things we are going to focus now. So at least you got some idea about why we are learning. Still, we didn't enter into TestNG. Okay. TestNG. So multiple ways we can install it. So let me close this. This is done, Selenium done, Maven build tool. This and all we will come up later. This PDF is here, Maven project creation execution. As of now, don't go and see here, you will get confused. This we will focus, this we will come later. Now move on to the TestNG. In the TestNG installation file, this one we have it. You can follow this. For plugin installation, just refer this document, and the slides which I am going to explain you now, this slide, it is already available here. You can follow that, and we will try to do one by one. Okay. So first, mini sequence I can follow it. Let me follow. First, let's try to check whether the TestNG is available or not. This is a Java project, J. If you right click on anywhere, here there is no TestNG. See, there is no TestNG, no option. Mostly, not mostly, in the bottom only we will have it. That it is not there. So it is. See this one, TestNG, it is not there. Now I want to bring that option. So it means what? In this Eclipse, I want to install it. So prerequisite Java Selenium setup needs to be completed before starting TestNG. We are done with that. Now open the Eclipse. Okay. Go to help, install new software. Many ways there. Help, install new software. And then, okay. This one, click on add in install window. Okay. You got this one, right? Now, what is the latest way we can follow? Okay. Type TestNG. This is the official website. So all the documentations are available here. See, documentations of TestNG, everything, whatever I'm going to cover. We are not going to cover every topic, but whatever important for working in automation, we will complete it. In future, if the complexity of the project increases, you have to refer this website, testng.org. Here, if you go to download, if it is a Maven, if it's a Gradle, and see Eclipse plugin. What is the minimum we are expecting? 1.7 Java is required. We are using JDK 11, so it's not an issue. And here, update site for release, this one. Just click on this. It will take you to the latest, this URL, TestNG Eclipse update site. Here, use this main update site URL, testng.org, TestNG Eclipse update site. You have some other link in the documentation. Don't worry about it. You can just follow whatever the way I'm saying. That's more than enough. or else hosted on GitHub. Here also you can go and get those details. See, I will show it again. One is this URL installed from update site. Then Eclipse Market. Multiple ways we can install that. Eclipse from the Eclipse Market also we can do it. But let's leave this. In the bottom, you can see hosted on GitHub. Build the TestNG Eclipse plugin from source code. Two ways you can do it. If you come again, they will say update site to instance. What this URL. This is nothing but this one, right? Is there anything different? No, it is same. The URL is same, and you can use this URL, or else specific version also you can update it. Instead of that, you can be specific. So that is how in the documentation, when I tried last time, it was different. Now you can follow how I am explaining. So what you have to do is help install new software. Now click on add. Type TestNG, copy paste this one. This will take to the latest version. Click on add. It will search like this. I'm just bringing you all those details. Just now I saw message. Yes, Satish, this is only material framework only for patrons. You gave the name and this URL. Click here. See here. Thus again you added, automatically it is displaying TestNG, M2E, MT feature. Just click this. All the plugin. You did click on add TestNG. You gave this URL. I just pinged you all. Use that. Click on add. Then it will search for sometimes. You will get like this. If you see here, add the URL just now I shared. Add it. This note and all, you don't need to worry about it. It's a very old document. 7.2. Now we are at 7.4. Like this, you will get it. Check this. Once you check, that is once you check, you see, okay, we have a lot of stuff. Click all, don't leave anything, then next. It will take some time calculating requirement and dependencies. So click on next. You will get a window like this. Select I accept the terms, the license agreement, and finish. Let's wait. And during installation, don't try to use other applications. Your original request has been modified. That's fine, no problem. Okay. Will be ignored because a new version is already installed. Whatever. If you get like this, that's fine. Or else you click on next. I accept the terms and conditions. Click on finish and see installing the software. Yeah, trust, always trust. Yes, just trust all the content, no problem. Trust selected. The installation has happened. And if you see it here, maybe at the time, what happened, you will get like the security warning, unsigned content. If you get like this, click on install anyway. As of now, I selected all and click on install. Then you will get restart now. Let's see, restart now. Let it restart. So setup is done. So you can use this URL. This one is already mentioned in the document. You can use it, all are same. So we are at 7.4 plugin. So first plugin we are doing it. Let it load. Yeah. Setup check. You can see 24, 26. Yes, fully done. Let's check it now. Right click. See, TestNG. This option you must get it. This option you will get only if you install the plugin. We want to work using TestNG. TestNG is a framework. It is not a part of Selenium. It's not a part of Eclipse. It is they have created. So to connect to that, what we needed those plugins. That's what we have installed now. Like this, you should get it. And everyone, Zoom guys, please make sure when you come for tomorrow, you must complete the setup. We have to, all the setups are high priority. Okay, this is done. What is the next one? Okay, I can close this installation. Can close this. Okay, just change. Let's we see the thing is why you need Maven. Just now I said definitely we are going to do CI/CD, continuous integration, deployment. We are going to do a lot of stuff which is already available in the Maven. That's why we are going to create a Maven project. Even without using Maven, with the help of Java project also you can create, like create TestNG file. This is also can be done, but this is a very old tradition way. If you do like this, a lot of errors you will face it. I just want to make you to work exactly how the existing company is following, everyone following the Maven project. So what we will do, we will try to learn it how everyone is doing. Instead of Java project, till now we learned how to create a Java project. No, now Maven project. Go to others. Type Maven. See here, Maven project. One more time. File, new, others. Type Maven. You can see Maven project. Next. Okay. I think 1 minute. Installation. Okay. I have explained this also. What you have to do, Maven project creation and execution. Not everything we will follow as of now. How to create new other Maven. And remember, this is the path where our files will be saved. So let me give properly Java project, Selenium project. This is the inside this workspace I want to create. So properly give it. And in all the videos, in all the online training videos in YouTube, they will use this option. Create a simple project. Skip archetype selection. Please don't do this. Let's try to complicate, but if you do such steps, during runtime, we will get very less errors. You no need to remember a lot of syntax. So don't go with this step. Never use this. They do it just for easy purpose. Okay. Maven project. Don't go with it. Click on next. This, click on next. After this, you see in the bottom, it will take more time. Till that time, see, it will definitely based on your internet speed, it will load. Till it get load, you have to be silent. Don't do anything. Wait for it because this needs to be loaded. After that only, there are so many group ID or artifact ID. In sense, already some setups are there. We can use it. For us, it is what you can see this document. We get like this, type Apache dot Maven. We have to select Maven archetype quick start. For Selenium, this is for TestNG Selenium, this is the best one. Apache dot Maven. We'll get this. See, where is that? Quick start 1.4. Maven archetype quick start. You must select this only. In future, we may work with Karate framework. You have to use this artifact ID. What about Cucumber? They will also use the Maven. Cucumber. See here, we have Cucumber Selenium archetype. Cucumber archetype. Mostly we will use this one or this one. So in simple word, from now, if we are going to learn Cucumber or Karate framework, that is nothing but API testing. Every project, everything we will use the Maven. So you must get familiar with this creation. As of now, for Selenium and TestNG, it is Apache dot Maven. It is already in the document. No need to worry about it. Choose the quick start. See, quick start 1.41D and then next. You will get group ID, artifact ID. So the group ID, artifact ID is nothing but your project name. This one. Here you're getting some project name. No, same way. Whatever we are giving this artifact ID, that is called project name. What we have given. Okay, fine. I can give here like TestNG Framework. Group ID, you don't need to worry about it. Selenium. So artifact ID, try to give it in capital. Exactly, it will display it here. And group ID. Then you get here, automatically it creates the package. You're going to type only two things, group ID, artifact ID. I have highlighted in yellow color. Click on finish. See, it's creating. It takes some time. Naming convention, exactly how project names should start with capital. Group ID, no need to worry about it. But when it comes for artifact ID, you must give, see here, TestNG Framework. This is what we have given, right? This one. This artifact ID, whatever you are giving, that only it will come as a project. So Maven project is created. We must create a Java. So, okay. So let me minimize and see the difference. This one, a minute difference. Annotate. Can you able to see M in the folder, but here only J. J means it's just a Java project. But M means what? It's a Maven project. Sometimes when you enter into automation projects, so many projects will be there. Mostly Java projects, they will try to do it. Don't get confused. Try to pick the Maven project. We are creating Maven project M. And this is the folder structure. And this is the same folder structure used by the developers also. What developer will do? They will code it here, SRC main. I'm talking Java developers. Where unit testing code will be written, SRC test Java. So main code and test code. So two folder structure, source main Java. For us, we no need to worry about first one because we are not going to develop the application. And see, this is how they will customizing. They are just giving a proper folder structure. That's what said in the PPT also. See, fundamentally, we have a very good Yes, Maven. Okay, Maven project man that was based on it is project build dependency. Very easy for manage. So it easy. If this a developer will do, this will testing will do. And Java, we are going to use JDK 11. By default, when you create, it will be with 1.7. So you have to update this. How can you update? Multiple ways are there. One is doing it manually. Another one is doing through POM. Double click POM. This is the heart of this entire project. Don't rename, don't play with this file. If this file is getting some error, that's it. You very tough to find it. And by chance, if you have followed the shortcut way for creating means, you will not get these things. So these are all very important details. We will be utilizing it. And here you can able to see JUnit. By default, we are going to use TestNG, and JUnit is Java Unit Framework used by the development team. And this is nothing but 1.7. Now we can convert this to 11. That is by mentioning what is the Java we are going to use it, source and target. By changing here also, we can do it. But the problem is when you change here, you have to refresh it. Two ways we can do it. Let's try to do it. Or else this one, right click. Let's try to get familiar with build path. Right click, build path, configure, build path. Now, here, library, this is the one. Remove it. Now, add library. Directly, if you give it in that POM, it will work. But still, let's try to learn all the things. You're going to add the library. Which library? JRE system library. Click on next. In future, if you want to add TestNG, JUnit, everything, it will be in add library. This is the first time we are seeing it here. So what we did, first we have to right click on this, or even you can right click anywhere, come to build path. Build path. Build path, configure build path. Remove this 1.7 and then add library, system library. Next, we are going to use JDK 11. It's already done. Click on finish. Now see here 1.7, it will change to 11. All the latest one, it is updated. It is always good. First step, update it. Jyoti, yes, what is that? Anyhow, we are going to learn TestNG, right? In Maven project. You're going to anyhow code it, right? So what is the problem? First install it and then create the Maven project. No big difference. If you change the sequence also, it will work. This is done. See, I have, when I created this document, I tried with latest version, but 14 got some error when I went for CI/CD DevOps. That's why for every batch I'm saying you should use JDK 11. So like this, it should be. Maven project setup is completed. You no need to worry about this, but still, it is done right. Let's see whether run as Maven test. What is the meaning of this and all? I will teach later. First, we have to cross check if everything is done properly or not. Launch. Console. So by execution started. So no configuration is done. I'm simply executing. Nothing is there. You have to get build a success. It means what? We will write the code, but still now all the setups is properly, all the setups are properly done. Executing, run as Maven test in the console, you will get build successful. These things will come back. Now this is done. Build successfulness to return. Okay. Still we have 30 minutes. So POM, let's learn about POM now. Start POM.xml. Okay. POM stands for Project Object Model. It is a fundamental unit of work in Maven. It is an XML file. See, it is .an XML file that resides in the base directory of the project. This is a base directory. Here only we have it, pom.xml. Before creating the POM, we should first decide the group, project group, its artifact. What is the project we are going to do it. We know the project name is TestNG Framework Selenium. I gave it. So it created like this, Selenium.TestNG Framework. By default, you will get app test.java. This is nothing but JUnit. JUnit means another framework used by the Java developer. And the POM contains information about project and various configuration details used by Maven to build the project. And it also like what are all the things there. So it has a project details, model version, the group name, artifact name, version, the name of it, and the properties. Here also I can change to 11. If I change to 11 and then I have to update it, automatically it will convert to 11, but I'm not doing it. Let's do it the normal way. And this is called dependencies. Dependencies means what? Till now we are, if you check it in Selenium, we downloaded these files, no? Referred library. We did it manually. These things we can copy paste and mention it in the dependencies. When you mention it here, automatically all the files it will be downloaded. So that is called dependency. We will do it now. And build, as I already said, some plugins, this configuration details and all will be given by the developer. And this is the place unit testing configuration, jar file, install, deploy, like this entire configuration. Testing team, dev team, support team, everyone will create a big project, put all the code here and give the configuration. They will run it automatically. All process will be carried out. POM also contains goals and plugins. While executing the task or a goal, Maven looks for the POM. So when we execute according in a sequential way, as per the configuration, it will work. So this is what POM.xml. Now let's try to do some important setup. Inside the dependency is very important. Dependencies, we have so many dependencies. We are not going to use JUnit. What is TestNG? Those explanation, let me teach you tomorrow. Let's start as a fresh. For today, let's focus on setup thing so that it will be easy for you to refer the videos. The second, when I press Ctrl S, okay, this will get error. Error means what? Because this is a default file. It is created for JUnit, Java unit. It's a framework. We are going to use TestNG. So this file you can delete it, no problem. App test, you can delete it. It will not create any issue. If you get error, don't get scared. You can delete that. Now we have to add the dependencies. Just follow this document. What are all dependencies? Navigate to monrepository.com or else you can type mvn repository. It will take you to the website. This one. Both of them are same. In that, search for Selenium Java. Because we are going to automate Selenium, right? So Selenium Java. Let's try to add it. See, we got Selenium, Java, so many things we got it. Or mostly go with the first one, see the usage count. It's a simple common sense, maximum usage. So this is the one. ORG, Selenium HQ, Selenium, used by everyone. Latest release. See, this is 2010. Selenium RC, they stopped with that remote control. 2008. But this one, April 27, just last 2 weeks before. Click on this. After this, you can see all the versions. This is nothing but if you go to Selenium HQ, go to downloads, Java Selenium. What? 27. It will download. Okay. I don't know to download. Go to change logs. We can able to see all the logs, what are all the versions we are getting. Nothing but these files. As of now, which file we are? 4.1.4. Usually we do it manually, right? Now what we can do, you can click on this 4.1.4. When you click, it will take you to the next one. See here, usage. At the time of documentation, I did for 3.14. It's a quite older document, process same. Now it is 4.1. Yes, the same jar file which is available here, it is also here also. See this jar file. This is the jar file. You can no need to do download. What you can do, we are going to use Maven. If it is a Gradle, you have to copy this and put it into the respective place. Maven is this one, dependency. The second you click on it, copy it to clipboard. So it's already copied. Or else Control C. Control C, see the magic. Inside the dependency, paste and Control S. Building starter. Project is building. 87. And now you will see some Maven dependency, new thing. 87 percentage. You should wait. It's quite big file, 4.1. So all the manual process are just like that. We can do it with the help of Maven. Dependency is getting added. So Maven copy and in POM, this is how before, maybe at that time I didn't delete JUnit, you can delete now. Paste it between the dependencies. File will download. After that, under the Maven dependencies, you should be able to see all this. Okay. It is downloading. Quite big file. Let's write. Same way, we are going to use TestNG, right? So the TestNG version also we can do it. Let's type TestNG. TestNG, see, watching. 6th Jan only, the last release. Always see the log. June 2000. Click on TestNG. Then the latest version is 7.5. At the time, I used 7.3. Then 4 came 7.5. Jan 2020, almost 1 year. I think it's a very good usage. Count 7.5. Okay, we'll get this. No need to worry about it. Click on this, copy. So this is done. Now you see under the Maven dependency, whatever the file, Selenium, DevOps, Java, JSON, remote Safari, everything automatically it happened. You didn't do anything. Same way, TestNG, paste it, press Ctrl S. Which version TestNG? It is 7.5. Copy, paste it. Yes, dependency setup is complete. Cool. So this is done. Control A, if you press tab, automatically it will happen. Okay. Now you see Maven TestNG. Is there any TestNG? Mostly in the bottom. 7.5 version. All TestNG related file. So what is the biggest advantage if we use this? Tomorrow, Java version will be 4.3, 4.4. If we created a Java project, means what we have to do? We have to do it manually. Such a hectic task. Suddenly, TestNG like 7.6 or else 7.5 is having an issue. I want to use 7.4. Doing it manually is something very tough. But now in the Maven, what you can do, just open that pom.xml and come and update this dependency. If you mostly, so if I mention 7.4 and control S, automatically in the backend, all the setups will be done. Same thing for Java Selenium. So this is something will be very useful feature for any developer. Upgrading the version or downgrading the version. Everything in pom.xml. As of now, dependencies we added. This thing, artifact ID, Surfire plugin, we will see it later. So once this is done, just close this. Okay. Now, what does the documentation says? It is done. If you want, it's an optional. Now you can create the TestNG class and execute it. Okay, we are going to start about TestNG in a short while. Okay, this file. As a Java, we are not going to do it. We will be doing this one only directly. So I'm closing this document. So which document I follow? Maven project execution and testing. See team, all the setup, you following the video, it is 2 hours video, this will be a boring thing. Always follow the documentation. You can complete the setup very quickly. Where it is the first one, Maven build to Maven project creation, this one. This is the one we follow. For TestNG installation. So plug in any sequence you can follow it. But again, after you install TestNG plugin, you have to restart. So TestNG plugin and Maven needs to be installed. Yes, it's all done. Let's see whether we are seeing this option. Yes, TestNG is there. Okay. Now moving on to the TestNG. Still we have 15 minutes. Okay, sure. You can always give options to my team. Shall we start TestNG today or tomorrow? Theory and practical. Do you want to wind up now? Because setup? Okay, tomorrow. So what you all, I got one message tomorrow means I'll go with them. What you have to do is, I'm saying it team, setup is not easy for everyone. It is for everyone, it is tough only. You blindly follow a step, but still it will work. Sometimes it may not work. I think Shoti started pinging me. She's facing a lot of issues. I have to check with that. Same thing will happen to you. It may happen, it may not happen. So what you need to do is strictly follow this video as a reference and that document. First, always by see the prerequisite based on my assumptions, not assumptions. I know everyone already installed JDK 11. and latest version of Eclipse. That's a prerequisite. It is already done. Now, in the latest version, what you have to do, install the Eclipse IDE, and that is plugin. After that, you have to create the Maven project and add the dependency. Keep it with this. That's something very important setup. So before I end the streaming, let me see some queries in YouTube. I think Shodi is facing issue with POM.xml. TestNG is necessary for trading and plugin execution not covered by lifecycle. Okay. This is an error. Mega group ID is like when we add TestNG, Selenium, it takes, yeah, start off. Group ID, usually I will update it later. So this is an error message she posted. See Jyoti, how not only for Jyoti, to everyone. Not everyone, not every time you will get the support. Sometimes we may work as a single member team in automation. If you get any issue, just copy paste and put it into the Google. Always strictly follow the stack workflow. How to solve plugin execution not covered by lifecycle. This is an issue. I think from 2011 itself, this one is happening. I don't know. Okay, she using the later. What is an answers they are saying in case similar problem instead of using lecture session, it works simply after it. You have to add the plugin management. I just want to know, Jyoti, whether you followed creating a Maven project using which one? Using simple project or archetype. I just want to know. Just follow the archetype. Then also, if you have an issue, let me know. If you follow the archetype exactly the steps which I am saying it, you should not face that. Or else, what you have to do is you give some fix. Sometimes it will not work. Team, this is what I'm going to say is a very famous fix for most of your issue. Right click on the project. Jyoti, you must try this. Maven update project. Note it down. Everyone note it down. Any problem you giving fix, still you're getting the error message. Right click on the project, Maven update project, and choose this force update of snapshot release. This also. Click on OK. So whatever the setups, whatever the solutions we gave, it will apply. I am sure when Jyoti try this, it will work good. And again, it is changed to what version? 1.7. It is cleared as per this. If I make it 11 here, let's see what happens. Some error, you should get it. Okay. Let me update it. Maven update. What's update? Okay. See, automatically you give it level, automatically going forward. First I taught you in like manually how to do it, right? That also in the properties, what is the Java version you're going to use? JDK 11. Just give 11 and save it. But what is the step you have to follow after that is you have to update the Maven project. Maven update project. Choose this one. Update, force update of snapshot and releases. That's it. The entire project will be updated. Now, mostly the POM issue will resolve. Okay, all clear, team. Wait, team, I'm about to end the streaming. Let me confirm with the YouTube, and we will have one by one discussion. Yes, that's great, Jyoti. What is the error is fixed? What is the solution you gave? Updated the project so that other team members in case updated or created an archetype. There is only two ways. One, you created archetype or else updated the Maven project. Which one? Reply that. Updated the project or created as type. So archetypes type aware. So with that reply, we can end the streaming. Clear. Okay. Thank you, Anna. Perfect. Okay, team. I'm about to end the, yeah, updated. Yes, mostly that will work. So whenever you get a issue with the pym.xml, update the project. Okay, team, we'll see tomorrow. I'm going to end the streaming. Good night. Bye all. Bye all. Ending the stream.